Hello, welcome back. So we are in account payable and that to account payable basic setting. So guys, I was explaining vendor master field control in the previous session, right? Meanwhile, the server was quite slow at the end of the session almost, right? So we stopped the session there. Now, so we'll start the session from there itself. And one more thing, guys, I've given you all two server access, right? Keep your configuration in both server so that if one is down, then second one you can use as a backup and you can continue your practice. Okay. So we'll do one thing. Now here, let me log in first. So you can, okay, I'll tell you guys, first of all, like let's suppose one is already there. This name will be like SAP, right? So you can, and blue color, this strip will be there. So for some of you, there might be some difficulties like how to maintain two server. So here the first one where like this already got selected, you can click here on edit button and you can make it SAP1. You can make it SAP1 here, right? You can make it like SAP_1. Okay, IV7, and here you can make it. And again for second one, what you have to do, if you're not created, then you need to click on create. And once you create, click on create, then click on next, right? And here you have to give SAP2, SAP2, SAP_2 or SAP2, whatever you want to give. An application server number I have already sent. These details I have already sent. Application server instance number, system ID. Then after next plus next and then finish. That's what you have to do. So this is how you guys will be able to maintain. Look at here. This is how it is going to be. SAP2. So look at here. I'm having like one end, right? And keep your configuration in both servers, right? Okay, let me check this SAP2 here. I think I might have done configuration here. So you do your configuration, guys, in both servers. Let me log in here. Okay. Now, so in previous session, what I did, guys, we were talking about vendor master field control. First of all, what I have to do, I'll just do one thing, guys. So let me check the basic setting first. So you can use OBY6, and here TM33. You can check the required assignments. So posting period variant TM00 itself I'm going to assign. If you guys want to use the same, this fiscal year posting period and fiscal year posting period and field status. Everybody must be on mute, guys. Atik, be on mute.
Yes.
Okay, so now here, fiscal year posting period and field status. Sorry, fiscal year, then here this field status and posting period. You can use the same. There is no need to create any other. If you can create, it's okay, because anyway you have to practice the things and all, right? If you don't want to create, then you can use this one. Just save it, and then OP A0. Let me check whether I have created. No, it is not created. So I'll just create it, save it. Tolerance group, OPA0 and OPA4, right? Here. Blocked by someone. Again, I think your audio is got unmuted. Now, OB A4. CM33. And I've seen your assess. I think I've seen like that fiscal year variant assignment is missing, right? You can also do one thing, OB. I'll just show you here. Okay. Just be on mute itself because lots of noise is coming from your side. I think television is also there. Each voice is also there. So I'll just show you here what to do. OB by 6 and your company is WZ77. So you can check your assignments. The company code is not there in this server. So I think you're using the first one. Guys, if anyone is facing any issues, then take the screenshot of that error and post in the group. Again, SM12. Always remove your user ID. So fiscal year is already have given, right? V3 is already given. Then there should not be any problem here. If you go to after 02, right? Here let's suppose WZ77 EKR serial number 4000 trash answer. It's working fine. I think you have done the assignment. Okay. So now I'll come back. So now guys, let me go to OB 62. Okay, so now I think everything is done here. OB 53 also. Yes, it is done. Go to OB A3. OB A3 customer vendor tolerance group. B A3. I need the returns, account group also. GM33. Let me check whether it is created or not. It is not created. It's okay. Then OB AS. Here the number range. Click on position. GM33. And assign number range 0 to itself. No need to create a new number range guide. Simply you assign the existing. Okay, sometime what happened, guys? I'll tell you. Sometime, generally, I'll assign a different number range, and let me open one more. Okay, now, so go to FS00 and for TM33, let me check whether I have created nothing. I have not created any GL account. So TM33, I'll just copy, and the account receivable is not required right now. Here, expense account is required. Okay, TM33, just save it. And liability also, GL number 2000 is required. Remaining whatever the GL accounts are there, guys, these GLs are going to be set up later. Now TM33. So free GL account we have created, right? So first of all, what we have to do, I will assign one number range here, right? Okay, first of all, FB50. Let me check till basic setting everything is clear or not. Change the company code. So guys, till basic setting, till DL setting, right? Or till FB50, I can say, you have to be very familiar with this screens and all. Always keep on creating new company. Press enter. Everything is fine. Just save it. Yes. So here if the transaction got posted successfully, it means our till basic setting, in the sense till GL settings and all, we have done everything correctly. Now go to, now I have to create a vendor master. Account group TM33. Look at here, guys. Test vendor for, let's suppose, TM33. Now here, what we have to do, we'll do one thing, guys. Press enter. Press enter. Enter. Only required details only we are going to give here. Payment terms. Press enter. Just save it. Control S. Look at here. Now account 1011 already exists. Okay. So sometime what happened, guys, you guys are going to get such kind of messages. If you are going to use other number ranges, small number ranges, right? If you have given number range like 1 to 1000, right? So certain vendors are already, for reference purposes, what is happening, guys, SAP has already created and SAP has already delivered. Okay. So if such kind of message you are getting, then why you are getting these messages, guys? Tell me someone. Anyone?
Because already the vendor created for that number.
Vendor got created, right?
Yes, sir.
But while creation of vendor master, we are giving the company code also, right? So,
Yes,
but
sir.
for Tata Motor, first time I am going to create the vendor. Why SAP is showing this message?
Uh, vendor is a global city, sir. It's a
Repeat
company
again.
level city.
Repeat
It's a
again.
client level. Client level, sir. Vendors and customers are client level.
Okay. Okay.
Vendor
Tell.
vendor are created upon two parts, two data, company code data and client level. Hello.
Lots of noise is coming. Yeah, tell me.
General data and company code level data. General
Okay.
data made up of three groups. Data, purchase organizing data.
Okay. Hmm. Momita, you wanted to say something?
No, I just wanted to add that it general data and the company code data.
Okay.
So
So,
vendors are made into data.
okay, good. So, guys, generally what is happening when we create a vendor master, right? So, whatever the master data number is getting created, of course, it is getting created. It is getting created at client level. It means once if any one number got generated, right? I told you people that we can extend the vendor master, right? It means we have created one vendor for Tata Motor, right? And then this vendor, if Tata still want to use, then what we have to do? We can, so vendor master number, let's suppose this is the vendor master. If Tata still want to use, Tata still also, vendor is already created, vendor number already. The only thing is, so this vendor is having company code, general data and company code data, right? So general data is a client level setting, guys, that is available for all company code, right? So vendor number is getting generated at client level only. In the sense, in you can say like at general data level itself, it is getting created. Okay, it means once the vendor master got created, right, and a particular number got generated, then with the same number, it is impossible to create a different vendor. If any creation is going to happen, let's suppose, generally what happens, sometime what happens, like let's suppose you have given a number range 1000 to 1999, right? So here from and to, right, from and to, and here NR status. So here it is 1000. Let's suppose it's there, right? So it means next vendor is going to be created, that is 1013. If we have created any, it means till 1013 the vendor already got created. Now even you guys are having options to reset. We go to XKN1. You can reset the NR status. Number and status can be reset also. Okay. You can reset. In which case it is going to be reset, guys. Let's suppose something what happened. Rarely system is going to, some buffer is going to be taken place by system automatically. Like let's suppose 1013. So next vendor is going to be generated, that is the next number is 1014. But system has generated 1020. So what about that in between 7 number, right? Isn't it? What about this in between like 7? So that is also going to be used by system. Indirectly, whatever the program is there, that program and everything is not going to be wrong. It is going to consume all the number. But sometimes what happens, people think, no, I have to maintain, like let's suppose end user, if they are having authorizations and all, right? Then what will happen? They will come to know that 1020 got generated, previous vendor was 1013, right? So what they will do? They will reset the NR status and 1000 they will make it one. Once again, they are going to make it 1013 itself. So next vendor 1014, right? Likewise 15, 16, 18, 19. So when 1019 is there, the next 1020 that is already got created. So while creation of vendor master, again they are going to get that error, right? But anyway, that 1020 is going to be updated automatically over there, and from next vendor 1021 onwards, it is going to be created. So generally, whatever vendor number is there is getting generated, that is a client level. So once the one vendor got generated with the same number, it is not possible. So you just do one thing. So if you have given 1000 to 2000 or 2000 to 3000 with this number, already vendors are set up into SAP. Certain standard vendors are already created by SAP and those numbers are already used. So you just do one thing. Better to use number range 0 to itself. 0 to itself. And here, go to x0 dot ox02, go to /n xk01. Once again, tm33 will create a vendor. So give only required fields, guys. So here what I said in previous session that reconciliation account, right? Reconciliation account and then just save it. Okay. So guys, I'm getting one urgent call. My team, I think. Just give me a second. Just wait for a second. Wait for a second, guys. Just wait a second. So look at here. One vendor got generated 439, right? And as I said, xk02 is for change. If you want to make any changes, okay, you can make the changes, right? xk03 is for display. Now, in previous session, what I said, like let's suppose if the same vendor is going to be used by two different company code, right? Then what will happen, guys? In that case, and that too, they're having conflict because we know that it's account group which control the fees, right? So if you make any changes at account group level, then it is going to have impact for all companies, right? If you make any changes at account group level, then let's suppose I have made like terms of payment or reconciliation account or any other field as a required entry. It is going to be required entry for all company code. So can we control the fields at company code level also? Yes, we can. That I have explained in previous session how we can, right? Now, can we control the fields at transaction code level also, guys? So yes, we can. We can control the fields at transaction code level also. Say for example, right now, okay. So you just click on payment transactions. And here, terms of payment, I think is not a mandatory, right? So look at here. At the time of creation, the terms of payment is not required, right? Okay. Now, then what will happen, guys? Say for example, at the time of creation, now there is a requirement from client that you just do one thing. Sometime what happened, guys? Let's suppose with the vendor we have agreed, like what is the logic behind this terms of payment? There will be a separate session. Okay, I'll explain. Lots of things I have to explain in that, guys. Okay, so don't worry. Now, so in terms of payment, generally what happened? Say for example, there is a like discussion between vendor and company, in the sense Tata Motor, that the terms of payment, in the sense like once we receive the invoice, right? Once we receive the invoice we have received today, the payment is going to be made after 30 days, right? So that is called payment terms or terms of payment. It's a kind of conditions, right? So, say for example, there is a contract or there is kind of negotiation between Tata Motor and what is say vendor. That is like terms of payment is 30 days, right? 30 days. So now this 30 days means we have created in terms of payment TM30. How to create will be explained from next session onwards. So TM30 we have. Now later on another negotiation is going to happen. So in between what is happening, guys? Your let's suppose your management is saying that you just do one thing. we are going to negotiate with the vendor for 60 days. Meanwhile, you remove the terms of payment right now from this vendor, okay, and apply a block. Or else simply you remove the terms of payment, and new terms of payment is going to be like once the negotiation is completed, then a new terms of payment is going to be assigned. So in that case, what is happening, guys? If terms of payment is a mandatory field, right? If terms of payment is a mandatory field, it is if you are going to remove a terms of payment, system will not allow you to proceed further, right? Terms of payment, let's suppose here would be free. So here PM33, so terms of payment, not here, here is a required entry. Now, if you go to XK0, there is the vendor. Now you press it. We have not given any terms of payment. Now system try to save it. System is saying that you must have to it. So let's suppose if the client is saying that at the time of creation of vendor master, terms of payment must be a required entry. But at the time of modifications, it should be optional, right? Then what to do in this case, guys? Right. So this is called the field control at transaction level. Okay. Transaction level in the sense like look at here, guys, at the time of creation, what is the transaction code? XK0. XK02 is for modification. So field controls are required here in these two only. And display and all, it is not required. So now, so we are having options. Yes, we can. We can have such kind of control also. Company code level already I have shown you in the previous session, guys. Now, at transaction code level also, so you just go to OB24. Not OB24, this is for company code. Just go to OB23. Right? Now look at here. Here you are having multiple options. Create vendor, accounting, then purchasing, and centrally. So I'll tell you guys here, accounting means what? Accounting means general data plus company code data. I told you guys that we can create vendor master. So in vendor master, we are having three fields, guys. General data, company code data, and purchase organizations data. Right? Three segments. So this is called FI vendor. Right? And this general data and plus purchase organization data. Right? So this is called, it means this one and plus this one. This is called vendor, right? And all three called, like if all threes are going to be, that is called creation of vendor centrally in the sense like all three, general data, company code data, and purchase organizations data both will appear, right? So here for this one, the transaction code is FK01 for creation, FK02 is for change, right? And centrally means XK01 and XK02. So anyone better to use centrally itself because this transaction code is going to be used by everyone. So now for creation, it should be required entry. But for changing, make it optional only. Make this optional itself. Now if you go for xk01, okay, now you just do one thing, guys. Go for OB D3 first. Here. And here you just need to make it optional. Because if you make it required, then for creation and display, for everything it is required on this. So you make it optional here. Because we have applied field control at different levels somewhere, right? Now go to xk/n xk01. If you want to create a new window, let's suppose any different name supposed to be given, guys. Just for testing purposes only. Press enter, and here. Okay, look at here, guys. Payment terms is a required. If you don't enter anything, system is not allowing us to proceed further at the time of creation. If you go for, if you come back, make it like xk02. So here, what is the vendor number, guys? I think 22 something was there. So company code TM33, it is 439. And this time if you press enter, and let's suppose if you don't give anything also, no worries. Press enter, look at here. Right? There is no problem. But still I'll just give the payment terms. So in this way also we can have a control. So now generally what people knows that everyone knows that the field can be controlled. Vendor master field is getting controlled by what, guys? Account group. Yes, perfect. That can be controlled. Right? But even if you have any requirement like company code wise, the field control for one company code, it's supposed to be required entry, for other company code it's supposed to be optional entry and all, then that is also possible. Right? How it is possible? OB24 is there by which we can, even if you forget the transaction code also, nothing to be worried about. With the confidence you can be confident and you can say there is a transaction code which we are going to use. I have forgotten that. But yes, we are having options. Company code wise also, we can give the company code and we can put the, what to say, if it is required entry, we are going to apply. So for one company code, it could be required. For other company code, it would be optional. Okay. So company code wise, yes, we are having this option. Now the next one is transaction code wise, and even you can add one more line before they are asking. You can say that even transaction code wise also we are having options to control the fields. For creation, a different control. For modification, a different control. If such kind of requirement is there, that also going to be meet. So there is no doubt at your knowledge in that case, right? Again, they are going to change the question. Now, so this is how field controls are happening, guys. Now we'll do one thing, because we are still in account payable basic setting itself, right? Multiple topics are yet to be discussed. So I'll just do one thing. Now we have done with the settings, right? We have seen the what to say field control also. Now it's time to post certain transaction. What kind of transaction is going to be posted, guys? So if you talk about vendor related transactions, so say for example rent. If we talk about rent, right? So we'll just do one thing. We'll post the rent invoice itself. Okay. Are you guys getting any noise or everything is fine? Are you getting any noise or it's fine? Fine. Okay. Good. Okay. Good. Good. Because some noise is there here. So anyway, now here. So say for example, I've created rent account itself. Make use of that here itself. Say for example, the corporate office of Tata Motor, whatever the entire premises and building is there, that they have taken on lease from a particular vendor. So every month that vendor is going to send an invoice, right? And once we have received the invoice, guys, then what is happening? You have to post that invoice into SAP, so that after a certain time, that invoice is going to be due and you have to make payment. So the simple transaction will be with a certain amount. Okay, this is what the transaction is supposed to be posted. Why? Because here the vendor came into picture, right? And you must have to create a liability, right? If today we are going to generate a financial statement, then what will happen, guys? This 2000 worth of invoice got posted, right? So this is our liability. We are liable to pay this amount, right? In coming future. Okay, so the simple transaction, this one is going to be posted. How to post the transaction, guys? Here, FP60 we are going to use. Even you have other transaction code also, address 43. Use anyone. Better to use FP60 because that is what is going to be used nowadays. On a single screen itself, all the transactions are going to be posted. F-43 is just like F-02, right? So I think, again, this screen is gone. Oh, yes, it is gone. Let me log in. Now, just do one thing, guys. Use FP60 and vendor number once again I got it. I think 449 was there. Let me check it. No, 438 was there. 438. Okay, so this is the vendor number copy. Change the company code first. TM33. Invoice date, posting date. That logic will be explained in terms of payment topic. Just give an amount here. Rent GL we are going to give, guys. Okay. No need to select debit and credit. Look at here. By default, the GL account is going to be debited and it is debit entries there. You need to give 2000. Okay. Press enter. Now, vendor, this one is not defined in company code TM33. Uh-huh. 439 itself, right? Okay. Now press enter. Now it is fine. If you want to see the accounting entry, click on simulate and look at here, guys. This is what the accounting entry, right? 31 is for credit and 40 is for debit. But again, for most of you, it is not possible to remember all the posting key, right? Initially, once you keep on doing practice on regular basis, then the commonly used posting key you guys will be able to remember. But anyway, I'm not saying that you need to remember the posting key. Okay, no need to remember the posting key, guys. And there is no logic behind remembering all this posting key and all, because we are not going to use the posting key manually. Automatically, it is going to be identified by system automatically, and it is going to appear here, right? So how you will come to know which one debit, which one credit? Look at here, minus. This at the end of the amount, minus means credit, and at the end of the amount, if there is no any sign mark, means plus we can assume, right? If I say 1, it means it is plus 1. Plus is hidden, right? So minus means credit and the next amount is debit. Just post it. So look at here, we have posted, right? If you want to see FB L1N and 1000439, execute here. Okay, look at here, there is the invoice, right? And if you want to change the layout, it can be, guys. Okay, let's suppose here. Okay, you can select any others also if you want to create, if you want to. Document number is coming at last, right? So I'll bring this document number. First of all, you bring here document number and select it and bring here at first, right? And document date. If you want to bring the posting date also, click it here. You can bring this posting date also. And then we are having text. You can click on text also. Yeah, here it is. Text is there. So at bottom, at last, you can bring the text here. Click on copy. So this is how it is happening. Clearing you can remove. Okay, or else you can keep. There is no issues. Or better to do one more thing, guys. Clearing document unit. Okay. Bring here. Bring here itself. And whatever the clearing date is there, you can note it and then copy. Yeah. Now it is. So you click here, save layout. Let me create my one. Whenever you guys are going to create your own, always give the code by first of all slash. Then you can give either your name or any code or anything can be given, guys. But you must have to give slash first, right? That is called, I think, backslash, right? So now I have given this. I have saved this and come back and execute. So look at here now. Once again, the previous. Why? Because the layout is, click on administration. Default layout is different. I have created this one. So you just select this one and save it. Come back. Now it got changed. Is it got changed or what? Yes, it got changed. Right? So 2000 worth of invoice we have posted. This is open item, guys. Look at here. If you click on this red color, if you keep your cursor on this red color icon, right, this is open item. Red color is open and green color means cleared. Pretty simple. You keep your document type, document number here. Anyway, so this is the document number noises. Now, orders. Yeah, save. Okay, so now this is the symbol, right? There is a document number, document type. Posting date, document date, due date, Everything is there. Okay. Now we'll do one thing. So 1000, let's suppose 2000 worth of invoice we have posted. Okay. Just assume that we have posted certain goods, right? In the sense certain raw material, right? So a different deal, stock deal is going to be used like stock of raw material and all. And some certain item like let's suppose 400, 500 worth of raw material is going to be or goods are going to be returned to the vendor. So that also supposed to be adjusted here, guys. Right? That is called credit memo, vendor credit memo. Generally, what happened? 2000 worth of goods we have. Forget about this rent account. Let's suppose it is purchase account. Okay, we have purchased certain items from vendor. So 2000, this is our liability. But out of 2000, let's suppose 600 worth of goods got defected, like defected items are there. It got broken or something is there. Fault is there of vendor. So what is happening, guys? This is going to be returned to the vendor. So of course, what is happening? If you talk about the total payable, only 1400, 600 worth of goods we have already returned, right? Then total 1400, right? So this 600, how it is going to be posted? Pretty simple. We can post in the form of credit memo. Credit memo is nothing but the same vendor which got debited with 2000. Now this vendor is going to be credited. Sorry, vendor got credited with 2000. Now that vendor is going to be debited with 600. FB 65. So look at here, credit memo. Now it is appearing. Earlier it was invoice. Okay. So here you give the vendor number, same date. 600 worth of goods are going to be returned. We are using the rent deal itself. No issues. 600, press enter. Everything is fine. You save it, Control S. Now here, list, refresh. So look at here, guys, 1400, right? Now the balance got adjusted. So we are liable to pay to the vendor how much? 1400, right? Now, so this 1400 we are going to pay to the vendor. And once you make the payment, then what is happening, guys? This is not going to be open item. This is no more an open item. This is going to be converted as a cleared item. Okay. And whatever transactions are getting posted, guys, whatever transactions are getting posted, right? So these fields can be controlled, right? And how the transactions related fields are getting controlled, guys, that is going to be controlled by what? Field status, variant, or posting key, right? So transaction data fields are getting controlled by field status, variant, or posting key. Master data fields are getting controlled by account group. Now go to F-53, give the date and your bank data. So which account, guys, from which bank the payment is going to be made. So I'm going to give HDFC bank account we have created. And how much amount we are going to pay? So of course 1400 only. Then open item selection. For which account the payment is going to be made, guys, in the sense for which vendor. So that vendor code we have to give 100 and I think 439 and press enter. So look at here. First of all, double click. First of all, the invoice and then the credit memo. Both line items are appearing here. How you will come to know? So KR document type is for invoice and KG document type is for credit memo. Okay. So you can now, don't need to do anything, guys, simply simulate. So look at here, guys. Now 1400, right? just post it. So this document got posted, right? And if you come back here, you check here. If you click on refresh, open items are gone. No item selected. It becomes cleared item. If you click on all item or cleared item, then you see there is no more open item. Right? How you will come to know that all these three are relevant to each other? So clearing document. Look at here, clearing document 1003, 1003, 1003. It means these three are relevant to each other in the sense. So if you have a look, there is the worth of invoice we have posted 2000. KG means 600 worth of credit memo, in the sense this much worth of goods are returned. Don't look at which GL account I have used, guys. This is just for the practice we are doing, right? Or else I have to create another GL for purchase and all, and then I have to post it, right? So here simply we are testing the things and also just assume it is a purchase GL itself or a stock GL itself, no worries. So KG, it means this much worth of credit memo, and then finally KZ it means payment, 1400 payment, right? So overall it is 0. This is credit, this is debit, and this is debit, right? And same clearing document number is there. It means all three are relevant. It means like invoice, credit memo, and payment, right? So this is how it is going to happen, guys. Now, so multiple things. As I said, multiple things I have to explain here in account payable. So tomorrow, access and onwards, again the new topic is going to be added. So most likely I'll start this one, terms of payment itself. Payment terms itself will be started, or else like vendor down payment will be there. So that we'll see in the access page. And that's all in this session, guys. That's all for today.